This tutorial will teach you how to use the rotating asset feature in the CMMS. Rotating assets are interchangeable assets that are swapped in and out of service, such as motors, pumps, electronic control boards, or robot arms. They have their own unique asset code and serial number and are usually repaired or refurbished rather than replaced. Let's take a look. Let's say that we want to move a rotating asset from one location in the hierarchy to another. In this example, the facility has a cooling system with 4 identical pumps, and there is also 1 identical spare in stores as backup. Pump 4 has just failed in production, so I'm going to drag it from the cooling line down into stores. When I do so, I get this pop-up window asking me to confirm the move. Rotating assets can move between locations, be assigned to a user in transit, assigned to business, or be allocated to a work order. In this case, the new location is the storeroom. I'll also fill in the storage bin information. Notes can be added if needed, but anyone repairing this pump can check its work order history. I'm also going to take this opportunity to log the pump into repair so it's not pulled from stores until fixed. When a return date is set, the asset should be checked in to its original location later on. With no return date set, the asset move could be considered permanent. When I click OK, you'll see pump number 4 has moved from the cooling line to stores. I would then repeat the process and move pump number 5 from stores into production. I would then create a work order for the damaged pump so it gets repaired and returned to stores and made available for the next failure. Let's take a look at a second scenario. My organization has a lot of expensive measurement equipment that it wants to track in the CMMS. Technicians must check out tooling from the tool crib in their name when they need it. I'll sign in as Bob, the technician. To check out the spectrum analyzer, I'll select the asset record from the list. Click the More drop-down and then the Move To button. Bob has been auto-filled as the user destination. I'll fill in the return date. We can see that the move has not yet been confirmed by the supervisor, so I'll have to wait for permission to remove the analyzer from the crib. When the supervisor logs in, they can see the move requests in the asset screen. The supervisor can select the request and confirm the assignment. The asset has now been signed out to Bob. It's his responsibility until it's returned to the tool crib. When Bob's finished, he can click the Check Back In button on the asset record to return it to its original location. Throughout the life of the asset moves are tracked in the Log tab of the asset record. It shows the full details of each move in the CMMS. Before you can use the Rotating Assets feature, it must be enabled in the Settings section of the CMMS. Navigate to the CMMS Settings section and the Rotating Assets tab. There are 3 different scenarios when moving assets. Firstly, both check boxes disabled. This is no move tracking or move control. Assets can be moved, however, no transaction is logged and a history of an asset movement is not maintained. Basically, this is with rotating assets switched off. The second option, move tracking enabled only, assets are moved and a transaction is generated against an asset log. A complete log of the asset move history is maintained. Finally, both move tracking and move control enabled. Move control activates that formal process that includes requesting the move and approving the move. These are the pop-up screens you just saw. When move control is enabled, move site managers need to be added to the move management area. Move management controls which users can move what at each site. Move site managers can move assets freely throughout the CMMS, or they can approve or reject asset moves from other users. And that's it.